Hi and welcome to Bruno-Tech YouTube channel and the Bruno-Tech.com. It really depends from which website or for YouTube, from YouTube itself or from the website you landed on this page. It's on this video to say. About the video, yeah, well, this is about the YouTube channel itself and of course the Bruno-Tech.com. I divided it like in three subjects itself. I actually wanted to mention a little bit about myself, why I started Bruno-Tech YouTube channel and what's on it, and of course why did I create Bruno-Tech.com and what's on it. So to say, a kind of introduction. A little bit of myself. Well, like everybody else, just to give some background story, like everybody else, I finished high school. I managed to get in university. I managed to get till year 3, and unfortunately I didn't finish it. My parents were supposed to support me, but there was time I couldn't pay my dues at the university, and I actually dropped out. I managed to get credit, but it wasn't enough for the student loan, and yeah, so I didn't really have much of a choice. Whatever there was, I went abroad. I did my manual jobs, I did some administrative jobs, but it didn't really look very good. Even if in this field I was working, even if I get the manager's job, I wouldn't really score very well. So there was not really many perspectives I would do. I would just do some administrative work or physical work I was doing at the beginning. Well, and then about 10 years ago, I did read some books, I did try to do something, and I ended up with online courses, which are actually very common now. And I finished one from Google, which is free. I will, of course, speak about Google courses on my channel. I give the links and everything and all this. And since it was created by Google, and Google has the Android, so they actually offered me to do another course, which was sort of paid for because it actually cost $1,000, and I ended up doing Android app development. So that was a coding and just to create Android apps. I managed to get very far, like I completed 75% of it, but due to my work and everything, I couldn't manage to do it till the end, so I didn't really end up as a developer for Android apps. True, I know something about it, I'm still continue doing it, and I speak about these things on my YouTube channel as well. Well, I did realize I actually love to create stuff and everything, and I started very basic stuff, HTML, CSS, and I have some websites up there. I took some templates, I put some content on it, I got some Google advertising on it. They were happy to give it to me because I said the content was good, I enjoyed it. I enjoy writing articles for both my websites, one article per month, and sometimes it's actually a bit too much, and it kind of, you know, taking the course and like doing this, it became such like routine. I study at least 4 times a week for an hour at least, and then I write these 2 articles for my websites, and yeah, so. And I started a YouTube channel for about a different reason for the jobs I did on cruise ships, and I'm speaking about that. But I did actually, I'm not surrounded by the people from tech, and I really don't have any friends or anything. So I got lots of inspiration about from the tech channels, from YouTube tech channels. I really enjoyed to have them speak about. Some are very good about tutorials they do. Some of them speak about the real experience there is. Some of them did some online courses and then ended up doing IT job, and some of them actually did internships in really good companies, and some of them finished the coding bootcamp. So it was interesting to hear, and you know what, since I'm putting this effort like every week, every month, this and much, I just kind of thought maybe I can make it as well. And you know what, as they speak about the job itself, well, there's a big demand from this industry. If you land a job, you can always get another one in the industry. It's 9 to 5, it's very well paid, and it's I believe some of the industry, some of the managers could never actually reach this pay grade so high, and that was probably something to look forward to and change my life, to be honest. And yeah, that's why I decided to start the YouTube channel and what's on it. So basically the YouTube channel, what the reason wasn't I wanted to actually show my skills by creating programming and software tutorials. that should be one of the the ways to show my skills and everything, your contribution to forums. So whenever you actually apply for the jobs, they need to have your, let's say, your portfolio of websites or Android apps if you're in it, and they also want you to know what you do in the forums, or do you actually post some code snippets in GitHub and everything. Well, this is probably some sort of thing I sort of, that making a YouTube channel would be the same, just really to show the things, and maybe you do the tutorials, and the people are benefiting from it in community from it, and it's probably a good choice to actually do it. I did some holiday videos for myself and my friends and whatever there was when I was on cruise ships working away. I did some videos as well for my contracts. So I thought it's like a good way to actually to do it. Money. Yeah, there's lots of people think that the money comes in whenever you're creating YouTube channels and everything, but it was more avoiding embarrassment, to be honest. This is recreation of the video as well, because the first one, well, background sound was too high. My voice recording wasn't very good, well, to her. End credits were not great. The presentation was not great, so I had to replace it. And I do have the websites and Google advertising, and I know how hard it is actually to earn any money from it, and how hard it is actually to write these articles and everything. And create websites. So money wasn't the maybe the money from the job I would get, maybe. But maybe, yeah, buy forums, let's create YouTube channels. You never know, we might get some money, because honestly I have to say the time and effort that you put in the videos and all the other YouTube channels, that actually takes a lot of time. Editing, creating scenarios, writing scenario, editing, and it takes time. And recording. Yeah, so, and I actually wanted to share my own story, becoming a self-taught software developer, to inspire. Yeah, all the times when you needed to buy a book and actually learn the programming, HTML, CSS or JavaScript, these times are gone now. You can actually learn lots of things online. And yeah, so I'm kind of self-taught so far, and I did actually wanted to combine and tell my story as well, because these tech channels, they have different backgrounds. Some of them, as I mentioned, have good cool tutorials. Some of them have lots of experience by working. Some of them did actually some online courses, as I mentioned, and they speak about interviews, they speak about job and what they like, what they don't like. So I kind of try to summarize up whatever my journey is so far. And on the YouTube channel, I wanted to share some of my resources I use. There's lots of online resources you can use. You have photos, you have videos, you have other code snippets you can download, website templates. Of course, the courses where I get them, which are the best platforms, I think so, which I think are the best. And of course, publish some how-to videos. Some things I already know. So I did these websites, I put them on, I got some traffic, I put them on a Google, all these things, like kind of small things that I already know, just to begin with, before I can kick in with all these programming tutorials and all the other things. Right, so what's on a Bruno-Tech YouTube channel? So, okay, as I already mentioned, programming tutorials, software tutorials, videos about developers courses, the courses I'm taking, and the tutorials I'm creating. At the moment I'm not that far, but I'm getting there definitely, and I have some good ideas. Not all of this is already there. Videos about free online resources that I use, like as I mentioned, video, photo and audio. Good stuff. Well, definitely helps for the content that you can use, and it's legally for you to use, and you can actually monetize on it. There's some great people out there actually giving you their work. I also speak about free software you can use, about software I use. I tend to change coding software I use for different courses, just to get familiar with the other one, and maybe post a video later on about the features. How-to videos like indexing your website, use the traffic statistics tools. So how-to videos, as I mentioned, so something I know already. getting your website SEO on Google, getting your advertising on it, website statistics, and all these small things that you actually already have. Moving forward, so videos about my own experience, like learning to code. Yeah, I actually gained lots of good advice, and not every tutor is that good. They're good at other things. Some are funny, some are really teaching you something, and if you're starting out, definitely start with the beginner's course, because otherwise you can create some really complicated project and you're not going to even understand what's where and how it functions. Videos about creating websites, of course, Android app development, which I learned, and I still taking some courses monthly basis just to keep me updated with the subject. I did it in XML and Java. Java is a bit too harsh for me. JavaScript I maybe be more familiar with, HTML and CSS. Creating YouTube content, yeah, there's some tips and advices, or maybe I actually looked for answers. Then I found my own way. I'll share that as well, the best practices there is. And of course also my attempts to land that software developer's job. So creating portfolio, applying the places to apply in Europe Union, so I'm out of US, and that may be interesting as well, and or maybe the interview process and everything, which I'm gonna go through quite soon. I'm polishing up my portfolio, and of course some other cool stuff I think that's necessary to share. Maybe not about I have some videos on about personal finance, some cool spreadsheet I created. You can have it on mobile phone and track your finances. Cool thing. You can download it for free, of course. And like, I don't know where to learn German language and all these things, because I'm learning German as well parallel to all this. So what's on Bruno-Tech.com and why I actually made it? The first of all, this is the website to download all the resources for programming and software tutorials. So if you do, like, I don't know, a website, you need some pictures there, you need some background coloring or background picture, or some video to implement in the website, or maybe you can I'm trying to put together also some Photoshop and some Premiere Pro tutorials as well, so you need some pictures to work with. I'm gonna have them there to download. That's the first reason why it's there to begin with. There's some downloads already, other things, and of course it has the full list of all the things I speak about. Free resources, so it's listed there. It's like, there's a chapter about the video free websites you can get, videos, you can have photos, audio, free software. It's listed as well, best coding software for web developers, or the software for the Android app developers. Of course it's free, and there's the links and descriptions of it, and some code samples as well, or maybe website templates that are used before the websites, which are cool. And that's a good way to start. You put some content in, and then you start changing the code and actually appearances of it and how it better looks and everything, So I also list the free services that I use, like online courses. Yeah, online learning platforms is great thing. I use several. Some of them are very good, some of them are good for this, some of these certificates you pay a little bit, they come more good because you need to do tests. Some courses you can work on a project, which is good, but a certificate you get anyway if you watch all the videos, or just put it on a playlist, and you just go through and you get the certificate anyway without any tests or all this. So this is different things, so I don't think the certificate for that video watching is not going to do any good. You might end up with a website functional, you might not use it, you might leave it in portfolio, but they definitely know about it, and this so there's no project assessment, so there's no test, so maybe it's not so good. So this is my ideas about how I value these certificates, these courses. And like website traffic tools, whatever they use for websites, Of course there's some free downloads of my creations. As I mentioned, there's like this spreadsheet to track your studies. This is like a checklist for a monthly basis. There's like a checklist I use, and then there is like this some Excel spreadsheet I use on my cell phone, on my mobile phone, to track my finance. A very basic one. Even I create it for myself and I share it, and there is. So, and of course, all the websites I create, if you're not gonna do the programming tutorials, just want a website and want to work on it, or maybe on tutorial you didn't get everything correct and you made a mistake, you want a source code, by all means, it's all down there as well. Videos for YouTube of mine, and some design things that I created with the help of Photoshop, other software, and to download. So whatever I'm doing, like, like these banners for the YouTube channels, whatever I have, whatever I use, you can use them, you can freely download them, you can put your name of the YouTube channel, all this. I'm more than happy to share it, to give it away. You can just use it for yours, or you want to be the icons or something, small things, and some YouTube resources like end credits or something that I create. It's all there. It's free to use, free to download, and I'm happy to share that and everything, just to put some value into community. Right, so this kind of actually completes all what I have started, the YouTube channel, and I have started Bruno-Tech.com and everything. This is a couple of my projects. There's some more. As I mentioned, I'm on my way to become self-taught web developer. I'm trying to put my portfolio now together. Of course, the YouTube channel is going to be there, Bruno-Tech is going to be there, .com website, and I want to share my experience about the courses, the best ways to learn things, share my portfolio review, share the things I created, my opinion on things, and how to do things, and maybe what I did best, my successes, my failures, and I'll try to share and inspire somebody else with whatever my experience was. I'll try to do my best, as I promised. Of course, thank you for watching. Welcome to Bruno-Tech, and I hope you're gonna find something useful on my channel. It's all about software development, and I hope to see you on the next one. Have a great day.